Hey guys, momentaijankguy here, bringing you another deck profile. It's going to be on a. I've never made the deck personally. Back when it first came out in BT8, I believe. Yeah, no BT5, no BT8, BT8. I never made it. So it's gonna be Silphymon with all the new stuff that it gets. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. The deck's pretty fun, but it does require setup like any other like DNA deck. I would say the best DNA deck probably is probably like Impale Dramon, just because it's all with all the VMons that are out, you get so much searching and you get so much value out of everything. All right, so let's get started. So we're gonna be playing for these are the egg. We're only playing the 4 just because the Tamer, the rookies are pretty restricted for what they can go above, because a lot of them evil for 1. So we're just playing the new Poromon from BT16. It's not a terrible card, but it's just there essentially for the name. So when attacking, if this Digimon has 2 or more colors, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon who is 2,000 DP or less. So it's a nice card. So let's get started. We're gonna go with the new Hawkmon. This Hawkmon is it's pretty good for how it's designed. So it's a red-green Hawkmon, but it only evils over red or yellow, which means you can run Koromon in the deck, but then this card cannot go on top of Koromon because it only evils off a level 2 that's green or yellow, or it can Digimon on top of a Poromon for free. And there's currently only 2 Poromons in the game. It's this one over here, and I believe there's one from like BT2, which is like the same effect, but it deletes like 1,000 or something. So during your turn, when one of your other Digimon is played or Digivolves, if it has the free trait or it's yellow, you can gain a memory. So it's very, very nice, and the entire deck is free except for like 1 card. Next, we're playing 3, but that's because I only have 3 at the moment. I'm trying to get a 4th one. Is 3 of the promo Hawkmon. So this is a reprint from the movie promo. It's in the like the Tamer pack. Bundle that's out now. So on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 red or yellow card with 2 or more colors, and 1 Tamer card that has Yoli in its name, Yoli Inoi, in its name. Add it to your hand, and you bottom deck the rest. So essentially, it can potentially add 2. And then you bottom deck everything else. So it's a very nice card. But aside from the searching, the important part is the end of turn. This Digimon and another of your Digimon may DNA Digimon to a Digimon in your hand. That's the important part. It's only a 3 right now, but I've been seeing it, and the fact that you're able to recycle it a lot with the new Tamers is just very, very nice. Next, we are playing 2 old Hawkmon all the way out from BT8. It's sort of the same effect as this Hawkmon. You can look at the top 4 cards of your deck, so you can dig a little deeper, and then you can add any 2 color card that is red, I believe. Yeah, 2 color red cards. So essentially the whole deck that isn't this and 1 more card, I believe. 3 cards. And then for the last rookies, we are playing 4 Salamon. So this Salamon is like I have it right over here, ironically. It is the Sting mod of the Worm mod of the deck where you can Digimon from the trash. So on play or start of main phase, if it's your turn, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a level 4 Digimon card with the Holy Beast or free trait from your trash with the Digivolution cost from hand. So it doesn't even have to be itself, it could be something else, which is very nice. So you can like have like more control of your memory, which is really nice. So we're playing 13 rookies. Now we're gonna go on to the 4s. There are quite a bit of 4s, but like the deck has not felt like too cloggy, has not felt too bad, and I'm very much enjoying how it plays. So we are playing 4 of the new Aquilmon. This card is just very nice. On play or when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less. And the inherit is when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Sorry, I did not go over the inherits for the rookies. During your turn, all of your opponent's security gets minus 3,000. And then the last inherit is the Hawkmon. When attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So it has the same exact inherit as the Aquilmon. The next we are playing 4 Harpymon, Evil's over Hawkmon for 2, so does the Aquilymon. So it has Armor Purge. When this Digimon checks an opponent's security stack, if you have 3 or more security cards, you gain a memory. But if you have 2 or less security, you get to recover 1. So essentially, it's like a Pulse-Mon card, because Pulse-Mon likes to have your security if you're 3 or more, 3 or less. But it's a very, very nice card. Can like help you stall out a little bit by recovering 1, so they have to hit you 1 more time. Then we were playing just 3 Gatomon. Evil's over 2 over Salomon. So this is like your recycler of the deck, hence why I only have 3 in the deck, because it can recycle itself too, which is super nice. It has Barrier. On play when Digivolving. By trashing 1 card in your hand, you can return 1 level 6 or lower 2-colored Digimon card that's red or purple from your trash to your hand. So she can add herself, she can add the Salomon, she can add the entire deck except for 2 of the rookies, and I think a level 6. And the inherit is the exact same as Salomon. During your turn, all your security Digimon, all your opponent's security Digimon get minus 3k. So it's super, super nice. And the fact that it's minus 3 and not 2 is very good. Next, we are playing 2 Silphymon. This card's MVP. This card was very, very bad when it came out over in BT8. But with everything now that has blockers and stuff, it's just super nice. And you can recycle it with the Gatomon because it is a red card of 2 or more colors. So on Digivolve, one of your opponent's Digimon with blocker can't attack or block until the end of their turn. So it's a hard stun. They can't attack, they can't block, which means when you swing, they can't do anything about it. Ironically, this gives this deck, it's still a bad matchup, but it gives you a chance if you go up against Magnamon, because since it lingers, that means they can't attack with their Magnamon unless they can self-proc their security with like a Blinding Ray or like a Patamon effect or something like that. But other than that, this card's pretty fun, even with all like the new stuff for like Black and like the Shakomon stuff, because they get blocker and stuff. It helps a lot. And we are playing 2 Aquilymon. If I had the 3rd Hawkmon, the 4th Hawkmon, the promo one, I'll take 1 of these out. But right now, though, it's been very nice. So when you would play this card from your hand, you can reduce its play cost by 1 if you have a yellow Digimon in play. It's essentially here just because it can help DNA Digivolve much easier. And also with the Salomon, if this is in your trash, because this does have free, and plus it evolves over yellow, and Salomon is yellow purple, it will evolve for a cost of 1, which is super nice. And then when attacking, if you have a yellow Digimon in play, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon 5,000 or less. So we are playing 13 level 4s. 15 level 4s. Like, I thought at first when I did this, I thought it was gonna be clunky, but it's been pretty fine so far. Next, on to the 5s. The 5s are pretty straightforward. So we are playing 4 of the old BT8 Silphymon. This Silphymon got a lot better because of all the support, and it got a lot better because of the new Tamer, which I'll get to soon. So this is just like the promotion art for promo for it. So DNA Digivolving red and the yellow for free on top of each other. When Digivolving, you can have 1 of your opponent's Digimon get minus 5,000 DP for the turn. And then if you DNA Digivolved, you can delete something that's 5,000 or less. So what's nice about this card is that even if you hard play on it, you don't really neck too much, because you're still minusing 5k, which means you can still potentially kill something. And the inherit is the exact same thing as the Aquilymon. When attacking, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon 5,000 DP or less. The only difference is that you don't need to have like a yellow Digimon on the field. And then next we are playing 4 of the new Silphymon. So this card is pretty bonkers because it does minus 7,000 DP on DNA. So it has DNA Digivolve and it has Partition. I'll explain Partition in just a bit. When Digivolving, if DNA Digivolving, 1 of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 7,000 DP until the end of their turn. So it's a minus 7,000 that lingers, which is really good. and when digivolving when attacking, and it's not once per turn. You can delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. And so it has partition. So partition is very restrictive. So let me try to clear it up. A red level 4 and a red at a yellow level 4. So partition only works if it is removed by an effect of what your opponent has. You can't remove it with your effect and that's the only way to proc it. So like if their effect makes you lose like 10,000 DP, you'll be able to partition because it is their effect getting rid of it, and then the game checking to see what killed it. If they run you over, you cannot partition. You lose your entire stack. Another thing too that me and my friends realized after playtesting so much, even against blue, is that if they strip the level 4, you cannot partition, even if they blow it up as an effect, because it says here on the bottom, when this Digimon with each of the specified Digivolution cards would leave the battle area other than by your effect or a battle, you can play one of each sources. And so it doesn't say up to, it says one of each, which means let's say you DNA'd and then they played a Zudomon and they stripped the 4 and they stripped the rookie. You cannot partition anymore if they blow it up as an effect or they return it to hand by some other means necessary, because you no longer have both 4s in the sources. That's when partition is very, very bad. Partition is a very bad mechanic. Like I get like what Digimon was trying to do with like, oh hey, if it gets read by an effect, you can just spit out the 2 4s and then you can joggers again. It's super nice, but just for the fact we're like, you can't even play one source. If it gets removed, you have to be able to play both of them, or else you cannot partition. But over and all, though, this card is amazing. This card is very strong. It's minus 7,000, and it deals with a lot of stuff. And then we are playing 4 Valkyrmon. This card is just a mini ruin mode. When they attack you, even during your turn when they attack you, if they try to play stuff like due to effects and stuff, they can't. It will usually just die. Valkyrmon evolves over Silphymon for cost of 3. Like you blast Digivolve when they attack you. After they finish all their one attack, you can go for free. So on play or when Digivolving, all of your opponent Digimon get minus 5,000 DP for the turn. It's very strong, very nice. And all turns, when a card is removed from a security stack, you have to delete something on your opponent's field that's 8,000 DP or lower. If the effect did not delete, it gets security attack +1 instead. So it's very cool, very nice, and it allows you to like swing at games and clear boards, which is very cool. Next, so I'm still trying this out. I'm liking it a lot so far. It's gonna be 2 Lord Nightmons. So this is an interesting choice, but it's mainly because Lord Nightmon, for the people who don't know, all the way out from BT5. So when attacking, you may play 1 level 3 yellow Digimon card from your hand without paying the cost, so you get to play for free, so which is just Salamon. And sorry about that. Or a yellow Digimon was Warrior. And so currently there are only like 3 targets in the game, which is the old Nightmon, the black-yellow promo Nightmon, and now Valkyrmon, because Valkyrmon is just a warrior. It's not a holy warrior. It's not like a super warrior or anything like that. Lord Nightmon checks the traits to make sure it's only a warrior, because like Lord Nightmon's a warrior, but it's a holy warrior, so it does not count. So on the attack, you can... so essentially, with this and Lord Nightmon basically gets like when attacking, you can delete an 8,000 or less DP if you have this in your hand. So it allows you to play a free level 6 for free. And her all turns effect is she gets 1,000 power for each other Digimon you have on the field. The next we are playing 3 of the new Tamer, Yo Lee Ino, and Kari Kamiya. This is the bread and butter of the entire deck. If you don't draw this Tamer, it sets you back so behind, because the start of main phase is very good. They were not dumb with the cards for this, like the Easy TK, the Izzy TK, the Davis Ken. So start of your main phase, you may play one Hulkmon or Salamon from your hand without paying the cost, and at the end of the opponent's next turn, you return it to your hand. So basically, you get to reuse it. And so what's really nice about this is that, let's say you have multiple out, you can proc each of them one by one, establishing like a board, and allowing you to DNA, Digivolve, and Jogris, or same thing, much more consistently. And for the bonus effect, it says during your turn, when one of your Digimon digivolves into a red or yellow Digimon, by suspending this Tamer, gain 1 memory. If DNA digivolving, you can give one of your opponent's Digimon minus 3000 DP for the turn. So pairing up that skill with Silphymon, when you DNA, you'll be able to minus 10,000 or something, which is essentially killing almost everything in the game. And if it doesn't kill it, Silphymon gets to delete the 4,000 DP or less Digimon, which is very, very strong. And then next, because I do not have the promo Yolis, but this makes it balance out, because if you open this, you always get to play a free card. Essentially, you always get to play like a Huckmon where you can Digivolve, get a free memory, essentially. And it's just very, very nice. We're playing 3 of the old Yolis. So, start your main phase. If you have a red Digimon, you get to get 1 memory. And during your turn, when you attack with a 2-color card, Digimon, you may suspend this Tamer to delete one of your opponent's Digimon 3000 DP or less. So it's more getting rid of stuff. And let's say you can't meet the threshold, this can help you finish it off or something if they have like a bunch of winnies on the board. It's been helping a lot. If you see this early on, you can play this afterwards, and this just gives you free value. It's just, this is just like the Yoli promo, but it's every turn, and it's just super nice. And then for the last 2 cards, we are playing the new option card, Beastly Storm Dance of Affection. So this card is, it's good, it's nice. So you may play one Aquilamon or Gatomon from your hand without paying the cost. Then 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Digimon card in your hand. The Digimon with this effect, DNA Digivolve, gains security attack +1 for the turn and may attack a player. So let's say you're at 3, or even if you're at 2, you promote, you play this, you go to, you put your opponent to 1, you DNA Digivolve, you tap this, gain a memory, and you go back. And the security effect's pretty nice too. You can play a Hawkmon or Salamon from your hand or trash, and then return this card to your hand. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. It's a lot of fun. Hope you guys try it out, and I will see you guys next time.